Salut pour tous et soyez les bienvenus dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Ede Zanetti. We follow our talks about the Conference of Parties from the United Framework Convention on Climate Change, the 28th Conference of Parties, which will be taking place between 3rd of November and 12th of December in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. And we already talked about rules and procedures for the new regulated carbon market. They are all in place. We talked about the political agenda, and I've been stressing the necessity of having a greenhouse gas inventory and a plan of action in order to cope with the objective of reducing emissions or enhancing removals. And I started talking about the National Greenhouse Gas Inventory and how this is important in order to define the national determined contributions we were going to have in the next period. And as a rule, the developing countries have been failing on providing greenhouse gas inventories, which will be supporting national determined contributions, which will in fact realize major gains against the climate change issue. And removals are very important for developing countries. I've been stressing that. And as a general rule, in tropical countries, we've been misleading our governments, misleading our sectors, our productive or our private and public sector by a greenhouse gas inventory that doesn't have the full picture of the country. Take for example countries which are producing large amounts of timber and account for deforestation as an operation which involves harvesting. The harvesting is accounting as deforestation, and this is really bad for developing countries. It means that you are not accounting for the forest sector you have, and this is all the same for the agriculture and pasture systems. I mean, we are not accounting for the growth of the grass that's going to feed the animals. We are not accounting for the grains which are produced and also will be feeding humans and animals. And this production is a carbon-based production which is result from land use intensification. And land use intensification is the solution for the climate change crisis. We must incorporate the accountability of the low or the carbon-based products which are coming from the developing countries in order to have a picture which will give us a more clear vision on what to do on our NDCs. And we will be talking further about this. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on our daily struggle for justice. Ede Zanetti for tous les amis africains.